All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we are going to be in the lightweight division where some real funny business is going on. Cats are on the neck of Devin Haney, both Gervonta Davis and Shakur Stevenson. And gotta tell you, man, somebody used to want to smoke with everybody, but after the Lomachenko fight, doesn't really sound like that anymore. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we're gonna be in the 135-pound division. At least for the minute, it's a 135-pound division where Gervonta Davis is very clear with Devin Haney and anybody else that if they want the smoke, do not run to 140 pounds. And also, Shakur Stevenson, because we're doing this all in one lump video. Shakur Stevenson puts Devin Haney on blast for pricing himself out of a fight. Now, before I get into that though, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you are a longtime subscriber and supporter, thank you so much for your support. And thank you to everybody that sponsors videos like this in the super thanks. It really does mean a lot, and it is a great way to encourage YouTube creators to continue to make the type of content that you like to see. Also, if you are new to the channel, if you like the video, hit the subscribe button. If you like the video, hey, hit the thumbs up and like the video. And if you don't like it, hit the thumbs down, leave a comment and let me know why. But let's get into this. So there's been a lot of conversation about the welterweight division, which seems to be coming to a culmination, seems to be coming to a conclusion on July 29th with the fight between Errol Spence Jr. and Terrence Crawford for the undisputed title. Unlike that, though, we have an undisputed champion at 135 pounds, but the clarity in that particular division is non-existent because the best fighters in that division in the minds of many people have not fought for a major championship belt yet. Those two fighters are Gervonta Tank Davis and Shakur Stevenson. Devin Haney is the undisputed champion in that division, holding all four of the major championship belts. He, however, although he has not stated that he is moving up to 140 pounds, is now being put on blast by both of the guys that I mentioned, both Gervonta Davis's camp and Shakur Stevenson. One of these, I think the Gervonta Davis one, is a notice about what if you want a fight with the biggest cash cow below 147 pounds. And I'm going to say below 147 pounds because I have a suspicion that Errol Spence Jr. and Terrence Crawford fight is going to do as well, if not better, than the Gervonta Davis versus Ryan Garcia fight. But that ain't no small potatoes, being the best, the one of the top 3 or 4 draws in all of the sport of boxing. He says through the Rise podcast that he's got unfinished, that he is at 135 pounds and his schedule is clear. And all of a sudden, everybody is getting quiet. And then says, don't run to 140 pounds. That is clearly a message to Devin Haney, because Shakur Stevenson has not voiced any intention to go to junior welterweight, where Devin Haney has been in discussions or talked about fighting Rolly Romero at that weight class. Also, there was talks before Teofimo Lopez retired of Devin fighting Teofimo Lopez at 140 pounds. And also, if you've seen Devin Haney in any pictures recently, you will see that young man is probably walking around at about 160 pounds. Face is more full than I've ever seen his face in between a fight. Clearly, after that Lomachenko fight, he took some time off. to enjoy the fruits of his labor, and that the fruits of his labor got a lot of fructose in it and put a lot of weight on that young man. Now, some people are going to say, well, Gervonta Davis didn't say that he wants to fight him in particular, The Rise podcast has said that multiple times. However, I've also heard people say, hey, Devin's not going to be fighting at 135. We want to see the fight with Devin Haney and Gervonta Davis at 140. That's where the fight needs to be made. That is Gervonta Davis saying, or at least his team saying, no, that's not where the fight's going to be made. The fight's going to be made with 135 at 135 if you're going to get that fight at all. Now, the other side of this is something that I have to say. Shakur Stevenson does not want to fight. Devin Haney does not want to fight Shakur Stevenson. When Shakur Stevenson jumped into the ring with Devin Haney walked out and went the other way. When Shakur Stevenson talked to Devin about Devin Haney on Twitter, Devin Haney responded that nobody has sent anything. You're just clout chasing me. If I had seen a contract, we would have went to purse bid. Now you have Shakur Stevenson publicly saying to Devin Haney that Devin Haney, you offered me 25%, a 75-25% split for a fight between the two. You know I'm not taking that. Come on, man, be real. Now, many people responded to that with, well, Shakur should take any offer that Devin Haney makes him if he wants that fight, because Devin Haney did that with George Kambosos. Let me enlighten you people that make that argument. George Kambosos, Devin Haney's purse split, according to what has been published, was 70-30. 70-30. And that was the purse split that Lomachenko agreed to take with George Kambosos to get George Kambosos to come to ESPN and fight him. However, 70-30 is about the lowest cut that you will get in a mandatory title shot. In a mandatory title shot. The WBC's purse split, if you go to purse bid, is 70-30. So if the WBC ordered the fight between Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson would get at least 30%. That is 25% below the mandatory. Also, the other sanctioning bodies, I do believe the ones that I looked up was the WBO and the WBA. Their purse splits are 75-25, but they will make an adjustment based on the purse of the fighter before. Now, what was the purse of Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson? My understanding is that Devin Haney got around $7 million for his fight against George Kambosos, where Shakur Stevenson is getting $3 million. That right there, if that is true, is 70-30, not 75-25. 75-25 is the lowest conceivable offer that you could get as a voluntary. It's the least amount of money that he will get as a mandatory. And that is the offer from Devin Haney to Shakur Stevenson for a fight that will be bigger, more than likely, than the Lomachenko fight with Devin Haney. Let me tell you what my take on it is. My take on it is that Devin Haney does not want to fight Shakur Stevenson. And not only does he not want to fight him, he probably knows he can't win that fight. And that is my perception from listening to their camp and watching how they behave. I said this when everybody said that Devin Haney was the guy that wanted all the smoke from everybody, was calling out everybody, wanted the fights with everybody. Sometimes the way that people behave is based on the role that they're in at the time. People can be the nicest guy in the world, but when they become a policeman, they start thinking like a policeman. When you get trained to be a doctor, you start thinking like a doctor. When you start getting trained like a lawyer, you start thinking like a lawyer. The job, the role that you're in will dictate how you see the world and the things that you will do. When Devin Haney became the champion, he started acting like every other champion. Every other champion that will say to a fighter that you know full well is a serious competition for him will say 70-30, 75-25. Also, let's consider how this reflects upon a Devin Haney, Gervonta Davis fight. Gervonta Davis, if Devin Haney is giving this man 70-25, 75-25, then you should not expect Gervonta Davis to give Devin Haney any more than 10%. And if he doesn't take it, he's a duck. Especially if you think Shakur is ducking by not taking the absolute minimum that you could offer for a fight. But that's my take on the matter. You let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Peace.